Hey guys, it's Andrew RBHA here, bringing you a new video. So, the great folks over at Aosu, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, sent me over their brand new Floodlight Cam Pro to show you guys. Well, this thing looks pretty awesome. It's got 3K video, it's fully PTZ, it's got the built-in floodlights, it's Wi-Fi capable, definitely worth checking out. So without further ado, let's dive right in. As you probably already saw, on Aosu's website, you can pick it up for about 200 bucks. But if you go over to their Amazon storefront, you can get it for 150 bucks. So it's an even better deal. So if you're looking for a smart Wi-Fi capable PTZ floodlight camera, you're going to want to pick it up on Amazon. But we're going to check out all the capabilities and see what all we can do with it. Without further ado, here we go.
Let's start by getting this box opened up here. Not much information on the outside of the box, as you can already see. But if we get this lid opened up here, first things first, out of the box, we got an instruction manual here. This will give you all the info you need for getting this installed and added to the Aosu app. Next up, we have the base of the mount here. So you have to kind of decide if you want to mount this camera on the side of a building or up underneath. So just keep that in mind. Next up, we got the camera itself. So as you can see, it's got two Wi-Fi antennas, two LED lights there in the front. Then, of course, the fully PTZ camera there on the bottom. It definitely has some weight to it. This is not a cheaply made camera. Let's see what else we got in the box here. So there's a little bag here that looks like it has an installation strap to help you install the light. You got screws for mounting. We also have a USB-C cable for initially getting this camera added to the app. So basically they prefer that you would add this to the app before you go and install it outside. But that's about it for everything you get in the box. Let's move over here and go over our main specs for this camera. So of course it is 3K on the resolution, so it should make for a very nice picture. This camera is fully PTZ, so 360 degrees field of view. Using the app, of course, it will support two-way audio for communication with people on camera. Using AI technology, it will support both human and vehicle detection. On the bottom of the camera, it has a micro SD card slot that will support up to 128 gigs for local storage on the camera. And then lastly, using the LED spotlights, you will have full color night vision. So that about covers the main specs for the device. Let's move on to the next step and we'll get this camera added into the Aosu app. Here we are in the Aosu app on my phone. Now I don't have any devices added just yet, so we're going to hit the plus in the top corner. Or again, since I don't have any devices yet, you can hit that add device button there in the middle. Now it wants to use Bluetooth to search for the device. And boom, as you can see, it actually already sees the camera as soon as we allowed it to access it through Bluetooth. And so we didn't really have to do much of anything. Now we need to get it set up with our Wi-Fi information. So remember, this is only a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi setup on this camera, so make sure that you are using the right type of Wi-Fi here. But we are putting in our SSID and password information here. And then it asks us to make sure that we typed it correctly. So we're just going to confirm that. We'll give it a second to get connected. And there we go, connected successfully. Now we can give it a name if we want. I'm going to call this one Carport Floodlight, since that is where it will be going. Now it's just got a few things to go through to finalize the installation. So we aren't putting an SD card in it right now, so we're going to skip that. And now it's asking about cloud service, so we're going to skip that one as well. But you can see you can even do a free trial here if you wanted to. And at this point it says you're ready to basically unplug this device from where we were setting it up and get it installed outside. So we're going to skip through some of the installation steps here. Looks like it's going to let us make some light adjustments here if we wanted to. I'm going to leave everything the default for now. I like having it on full brightness anyway. I think that's a good step. We can also make adjustments to sensor detection settings here if we wanted to. Again, I'm going to leave everything the default for now as well, since we will go over this after we get the camera installed. It does give us the ability to share this device with other Aosu accounts if we wanted to. I don't have anyone to share with, so we're going to skip that. And we're done. Device is added successfully. It looks like it did find a firmware update that needed to be installed, so I'll go ahead and kick that off here and we'll kind of fast forward through that. But we now have the camera added to the Aosu app on my phone. Let's go ahead and move on to the next step and we'll get this thing installed. Since I'm going to be mounting this on the side of my carport, I went ahead and screwed the mount onto the camera for that particular orientation. And you can kind of see that here. I fed the wires through the back side of the mount and they just kind of stick out the back, and that's how you'll wire it into your electrical. So my plan is to install this out here on my carport. We will be removing the existing Aosu Floodlight that I just did a video on recently and replacing it with this new Aosu camera. And it should go pretty smooth, just right there in its place. As you can see in this clip here, I've removed the Aosu camera. Just for clarification, I did turn the electrical breaker off before removing the old camera. Safety first. And then in this last clip, we have the new camera installed, and I've already turned the breaker back on, and you can see that the status LED on the camera there is on, so we should be good to go. Let's go ahead and move on to the next step, and we'll go over the config options in the Aosu app. So here we are in the Aosu app on my phone, and you can see here is the camera. We got controls under the image there, so we can access recording if we wanted to, change the video quality, start recording, or even do a snapshot if we wanted to, as well as enable disable audio. And of course we can move the camera around here just to show you the PTZ controls. But along the bottom you got your two-way talk button, you got your light button for turning those floodlights on and off. And if we swipe over, we get voice alerts as well as tracking settings, PTZ calibration, and of course patrolling if you wanted that camera to patrol around. But if we go into the settings up in the top corner, right there at the top, we can change the name if we want, or even disable the camera altogether. Under light settings, this is where we can adjust the brightness of the light. We can have the light come on if motion is detected here, which I like, and it gives you the ability to adjust the sensors by area. So they got left, right, and middle, which I think is really cool. If you want to have the light go on and off at certain times of the day, we can do that as well. Now under AI detection, this is where you can look at your various types of motion detection. And it looks like with the latest firmware update, we now have pet detection as well, but it is in beta. Still very cool though. Most of these are enabled by default. You have the ability to set up detection zones if you needed to, if you want to avoid certain areas. Under detection settings, this is where we can make adjustments to the sensitivity. And again, it's broken out by 3 areas. We got left, right, and middle, and we can adjust each area individually to its own sensitivity. If you want the camera to automatically patrol around the area, you can enable that here as well as schedule it to kick off at certain times of the day or even the week. One thing I don't see though is preset spots. On most PTZ cameras, you have the ability to have the camera default to a certain spot after a certain time, and it doesn't seem to have that capability, which is kind of surprising. Under notification settings, here we can enable notifications as well as how detailed we want those to be. So I currently have mine set to immediately, which means that it will not do its full analysis before sending the notification out. And I'm okay with that because you get it a little bit quicker. I may end up changing it later on if I feel like it's fast enough, even with the more detailed analysis. Under cloud storage, this is where you can check the status of your cloud storage if you had purchased it. If you haven't, and you want to purchase storage, you can do that here as well. Local recording is where we can adjust what type of local recording we want to do, whether it's based on events or an always on recording setup. Under video audio, we can change the streaming quality and keep in mind at 3K. You can also make adjustments to the night vision mode if you needed to. Again, I'm going to leave everything the default for now. If you scroll down, you can even adjust the speaker volume for the 2-way audio, as well as enable, disable sound on recording altogether.
We can share the device with other accounts if we wanted to. If we want the camera to be more hidden, we can turn off that LED indicator there on the front. Other than that, under About Device, you can view all of the device information. And of course, we got firmware updates where we can check for updates, which we should be current because we updated it earlier. But that's pretty much it for what you can do with the camera in the app. Let's go ahead and move on to the last step. I'll show you some footage recorded on the camera, both daytime and nighttime, and I will give you my final thoughts. Alright, so we got some footage here. So the first clip here is nighttime footage with the floodlights on. So you got that color night vision. That's full color night vision. And I kind of went around back and forth here, and you can see it looks pretty good. I really like the 3K quality. In the second clip, we have the night vision with just using the infrared. So the floodlights are off, and you can still kind of see the clarity there. And again, I felt like the 3K video quality looked really good there as well. And then, of course, the third clip is kind of during the daytime, just so you can see what it looks like in the daytime. I've shown it a little bit already in the video, but again, 3K quality, not bad at all. But another cool feature that I kind of wanted to show you guys, so I'll show it here, is this kind of panorama recording. So it'll actually do a panorama image of the whole area there. You can basically touch a spot on that that image, and the camera will move to that location, which I thought was kind of neat. I haven't seen any other PTZ cameras that do that, so that's kind of a pretty neat feature there, so pretty cool. I really like that. All right, so my final thoughts. Again,
If you are interested in this camera at all, you definitely want to pick it up from Amazon. You know, $150 on the Aosu storefront on Amazon is a pretty awesome deal, especially when it's even $200 on Aosu's website directly. But it has a lot of good qualities. Probably the main thing that I thought was kind of interesting that I maybe didn't like about the camera was the fact that it doesn't have those default preset positions, so that it will kind of default to maybe the center of the camera or something like that. So I kind of disliked that part of it. Another thing that I wish, obviously, you'd have the capability would be to get this added into Home Assistant. Unfortunately, I haven't figured out a way to get that in there. It's not currently available just yet, so there's no OnVIF or RTSP options available for this camera, especially since it's Wi-Fi. A lot of times you don't necessarily see that on Wi-Fi because it's hard for that ongoing stream to kind of come across. It's pretty difficult to do. Other than that, pretty decent little camera. I'll have a link to Aosu's website in the description below. If you're not interested in this particular camera, head over there and check out what else they have to offer. I'll also have a link to their Amazon storefront as well, so you can check it out there as well.
I want to thank everybody for donating to my Buy Me a Coffee link. Every little bit helps. If you haven't had a chance, head over to my spring merchandise page and check out all of the Bones Home Automation merchandise. And if you're looking for the latest smart home gear, you're going to want to check out Smoothnet. I'll have a link in the description below. Head over there and see what deals they currently have running. And if you're looking for the latest smart window treatment, you're going to want to check out Smartwings. I'll have a link in the description below for them as well. Head over there and see what deals they currently have running. If you're interested in buying and selling stock or maybe cryptocurrency, you're going to want to check out Robinhood. I'll have a link in the description below. If you sign up with that link, you and I both will get a free share of stock. It's a win-win for both of us. If you liked the video, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or comments, hit me up in the comments below. As always, if there are any videos out there that you'd like to see that I don't already have out there, let me know in the comments as well, and I'll see if I can't get something put together for you guys. Otherwise, I'll see you guys around.